I didn't know who Alan Watts was. And then I woke up to one of his lectures playing through my earbuds in the middle of the night, and his speech was so compelling it kept me awake. He so eloquently explained the reductionism we've suffered under both religion and science, and from which we now have the opportunity to rise beyond. Under religion, we've been taught that we are unwanted brats who should be forever grateful we even exist in the first place. And because we are such delinquents, God had to send his real son, his preferred son, to die a horrible death so that maybe, just maybe, we could be saved from our very selves. But we are still so insignificant, so errant, that he would rather cast us into a fiery hell to be tortured for all eternity if we can't manage to get our pledge, our secret handshake with the divine, just right. Even the most abusive parents likely wouldn't commit their unfortunate offspring to such a fate. And yet we are supposed to believe that because we are so erroneous in our very nature, the nature he programmed us to be, that we are deserving of such a fate from our supposed loving and heavenly Father. And then, on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have science. Often those who decide not to worship at the helm of religion find themselves worshiping at the gates of science instead. And science would have us believe that we are nothing but an accident of evolution, that our consciousness is nothing but random and programmed firings of cells inside our brain. That the reason one butterfly has spots is for camouflage, and another butterfly doesn't is some other protective or mating benefit only. That our bodies are machines, and love is just an illusion. Sunsets, sparkling waves, rainbows, and crystals all have explanations that can reduce them down to causes and consequences. Alan Watts delivers this much more eloquently than I can, but I so wanted to share the punchline. Maybe religion has it right. Maybe science has it right. But what would our lives be like if we believed instead that Mother Nature is aware? That it was her sculpting hands, her brushstrokes, to create beauty simply for the joy of it. That Darwin was wrong. Life is more than just survival of the fittest, but rather survival of the most cooperative, because at its essence, the universe is about love. That we are souls, here to learn and grow and play. That there is beauty for the sake of beauty. How would we live our lives if instead of being an unwanted stepchild who better get the secret handshake right or else, and instead of being a set of randomly evolved and programmed wires firing off, we were beloved and intentional creations of a universe that found joy in our very essence, that gave us color for visual pleasure, and trees to keep watch over us and give us air, and oceans to swim in, and butterflies to marvel at. For me, believing in intentionality and grace from a loving universe makes me a better neighbor, friend, and parent, and also makes my life so much happier.